talking with Mr. Patrick Williams, who's another attendee of the Infinite Scholars College Fair. How you doing today?
Amazing. Excited to be here, first and foremost.
Yeah, great. Glad to have you. And so how have you viewed the experience here? Are you having fun? Are you seeing any success? Or are any of the schools interested in you? Are you interested in any of them?
Yes, sir. Actually, just got done finishing up with Etta Waters. Yeah, Etta Waters. For the most part, I love the programs that they have there. I'm interested in mass media, and that's something that they do cover on their campus. And therefore, as far as more schools, they also cover something I'm interested in to go along with it, as far as African American studies. So for the most part, I'm enjoying my experience. Yet alone, I try to value the people that I meet here as well, because I understand that we do have some people who have achieved how can I say this? Who just achieved a goal in life?
Yeah, a lot of successful people.
Yeah, a lot of successful people for the most part. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, you're a high school senior.
Yes, sir.
And what are your grades like?
As of right now, I have a 3.2, and on weighted, I think it would be a 3.0. Yeah, yes, sir.
And so we've been having a lot of conversations about the matriculation of students from freshman, sophomore, senior year.
Okay.
And when students become ready or aware that there's possibility for them to go to college. What was school like for you in your freshman year, and when do you think you first started to think that you could go to college?
First time I took, if you don't mind, I can give you a background story.
Sure.
For the most part, me being an elementary school student, transferring over to middle school, I never considered college. Never thought I would be able to go due to financial status, as well as due to some educational status as well. But for the most part, first time I considered college was from my principal, actually. Him being a Morehouse man, I seen how he carried himself in a respectable manner, and I just wonder, like, what do I have to do to achieve that? And that's in the 7th grade. I remember typing in on the website, looking up Morehouse, and seeing such an amazing university, and seeing the requirements it is in order to get there. Once I hit 8th grade, I'm like, how would I get there? How? By the time I got to high school, I understand I needed to focus on grades, and for the most part, I never thought I would be able to achieve what I've achieved. But for the most part, coming in as a freshman, my mind was everywhere. I was so focused and passionate about helping others, starting my own business, this, that, and the third, and trying to project myself into the further into where I need to be. But at the moment, I didn't realize how I was hindering myself. And so if I could go back and actually change some of the things that I did, I would actually focus more on school and focus more on trying to build myself as far as GPA-wise, SAT scores. And but me being passionate who I am, I started a program in 9th grade called Jordan for Change. Wanted to just pretty much project a more respectable name on the school in which I was attending at the moment. And just going from there.
So you were really keyed in the 9th grade.
Yes, I was keyed in.
Not like, because what we're hearing is that a lot of students, especially African American males, use the freshman and sophomore year. They're kind of getting used to school. They're not really serious about class, and then by the time senior year arrives, they find themselves behind the 8 ball in terms of college prep.
Exactly. Now, for the most part, if I applied myself and was knowledgeable about what I was doing at the moment, I would have been able to come up with a higher GPA of a 3.2 and perform better on the SAT of a 950. And so, although I was strong-minded and wanted to feel as if I had a purpose and I wanted to achieve as soon as possible, if I could go back and actually change that, I would, because for the most part, I needed to focus on school, and I didn't realize how valuable that was at that moment until I hit more so about the 11th grade.
Okay.
It was to a point where I was focused on school, but if it ended up crossing anything into my purpose, or I feel as if I needed to accomplish at that moment, I will put school aside.
Yeah.
I'll make that something I accomplish later down the line. So for the most part, I could just be, for instance, assignment due, I'd rather write up a guideline of what I can do in order to take whatever program I'm in to the next level. Instead of just trying to do this assignment, go ahead and turn it in and get 100. And so, for the
What
most
about your friends? I mean, what about your environment? You had close friends, are they key to your decision making or influence you? And are they achievers as well? Are they seeking to go to higher education?
Yes.
Are they career minded?
Yes, all of my friends are overachiever. But for the most part, I try to hang with a group of people who are willing to invest into what I believe. And also, I'll be able to invest in what they believe, and just pretty much try to have that support of a good environment. But for the most part, they are all higher achievers. We're talking about 4.0s, 1100s on the SATs, and so for the most part, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, what do you plan on majoring in college?
Mass communications.
Mass communication. You mentioned Morehouse.
Yes, sir.
Is that your first choice?
Now, Morehouse is my first choice.
Okay.
The thing is, Morehouse doesn't necessarily offer the program I wanted to, far as like mass communication. They offer a program called Centems. Pretty much it surrounds cinema.
Okay.
Now, only one thing I was considering, if I do decide to attend Morehouse, depending upon what I can apply for as far as scholarship wise and acceptance. And so one of the things I want to consider is being a dual enrolled student at Clark, because Clark has an amazing mass media program. Mass media program. And matter of fact, Spike Lee, he was a Morehouse man, but yet he did dual enrollment at Clark.
Okay.
So for the most part, I would say Morehouse is my top pick school, because I just want to be a Morehouse man. I just want to be a Morehouse man.
And so what do you see yourself, it's 2022, what do you see yourself 2032?
Running an amazing production business, first and foremost. And go along with what I said before about wanting to do African American studies. Whatever I learned, I want to be able to put that towards my business as well, such as Spike Lee and what he do with his black films. So that way, whenever you watch or you see my pictures, you don't just see a picture, but you get a message out of it. And for the most part, I want to be able to do that for the people of my skin color. I want to be able to do that for the little black boys who was once in my shoes, feeling as if they wasn't smart enough to achieve certain goals that I'm currently doing, or what I plan on doing in the future. Okay. And so that's where I honestly see myself, and also establishing myself as a production business, as a businessman, to be able to understand money and how to use it, not only for me, but to create generational wealth for me and for the ones who come after. Okay. Just pretty much be able to give back within my community.
Okay, very good. So, just a reminder, 10 years, you'll be in your 20s. So you won't be old at all. You have plenty of time
I have plenty of time.
Plenty of time to so congratulations to you, and I hope continued success to you. And we look to see you in this mass communications business. This is, as you know, the technology allows you to do pretty much whatever you want, right? You can start now if you haven't already done so.
Oh, yes, sir.
And make some pretty amazing content. So good luck to you, and I hope that use that information to help get your school paid for, get scholarships and whatever, but also continue to grow in your field.
Yes, sir. Will do.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Mr. Mackey, hi. Great having you again.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you being here. Now, tell us how you got to the Infinite Scholars College Fair.
Well, today we're here, but we've been coming here for the past 5 years or so. We love coming here because it gives our kids an opportunity to shine. It gives them an opportunity to get scholarship. I'm actually from Fort Lauderdale, and when I moved back to Albany, Georgia, I decided that it would be a great opportunity for us to give our kids the same opportunity we had in South Florida. So our kids come from Westover High School. Our students are usually they range from all levels. We don't specify whether they are the highest achieving students. We give all our kids an opportunity who want to go to college, and we have found that this program here is one of the best programs that they can actually do that. They prepare themselves. We make sure that they have their SAT scores. We make sure all of our kids are ready for that in that regards. We also ensure that in addition to that, they have the transcripts and they have the resumes ready, and we ensure that they do everything they can to be college and career ready. So when they come here, they're not just coming here just to look at schools. They're coming here to be ready to get scholarships, and also, and better than that, to also get accepted to schools as well.
Great. So when you say to the students, we're going to Jacksonville to a college fair, and you're probably going to get some scholarships along that way, what's their reaction to that?
Well, see, some of the kids are used to going to a college fair, and they'll see a college fair and they'll say that's fine, and they say they're going to talk to schools, and I said, well, that's not what we do here. Yeah. Here we're going to talk to schools, but we're going to also talk about ourselves. Right. We're going to be able to sell ourselves, and it gives them an opportunity to grow as individuals. So they get very excited because they feel that they're moving into the more realistic world of being able to get scholarships.
Now, when you talking to your kids and you're getting them prepared, the students, and you're getting them prepared, when do you start? Do you start in the 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th? So when does that entire process start to get them college ready?
We get them ready in the 9th grade. The 9th graders are always the hardest kids to get ready because they're so far in the future. That's right. They don't see it. They don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So we talk to them about the GPA. We have the conferences with our students throughout the school year, and then we continue that conversation when they're 10th graders. And then after 10th grade, we usually try to encourage our kids to go into dual enrollment. Take one class during the summer if they can, and then after they take one class during the summer, then they see if they like it, then they move into to taking dual enrollment once again to the junior and senior year. And as far as the grades are concerned, we make sure that we're checking their GPAs all the time. Yeah. But we don't just check their GPAs. We try to make sure they check their GPAs. Okay. We have a program called Infinite Campus where they and their parents can look at how well they're doing in school. And then as far as the SAT and ACT, we encourage them to take it during their junior year. I know sometimes the kids feel they should wait till their senior year, but we'll let them know that's too late. Yeah. Your focus on your academics needs to start in your freshman year, and your SAT needs to be done in your junior year. And in some cases, depending on where you are, we encourage them to take it their sophomore year as well.
Now, when you're working with them to prepare for their college opportunities, and you say, hey, we're going to Jacksonville, we're going to participate in the college fair, it's going to be great, trust me, it's going to be great, and they're working on that. Then when they get here, they have the opportunity. Some students get admitted, some students get scholarships. What's the trip back like with that type of information that they prepped, right? And now it's post-event. What is it like for the bus ride back? And what kind of smiles or emotions that are going through their minds?
Well, coming back is always exciting because in some of their minds they don't believe that they're going to be able to do it.
That's right.
And then when they come back and say, wow, I got accepted into not just one school, but I got accepted into several schools. And not only that, I got scholarships. So coming back, they're comparing and they're saying, well, wow, I did it, and they can't believe the accomplishments they made. So they're always excited. If we just have to go get lunch, and sometimes if they don't get lunch coming back, they're excited. They're so excited about the fact that they received an offer to be accepted into a school, and they're excited about the fact that they also received scholarship money. It's always a happy trip. Coming to, it's kind of down, and they're not sure. They're very focused, but coming back, they're excited, always excited.
Yeah. So what happens when you get back to school? Right? For the students who didn't make the trip, or those who maybe on the bubble about attending college, or they don't have it, you get back to school and these students now are buzzing about their trip and opportunities that they were able to engage. What is that like?
It's always funny because those kids who decided they were not going to come, man, I should have made my way down there. And we always tell them, woulda, coulda, shoulda doesn't count. If you have an opportunity to take advantage of something as great as this, to take a part in. So the kids, they help their peers understand that it would probably have been a good idea for them to do it. And then they ask, where can I go next month? There's no next month. So this was the month. And so when we get started for this process, we started in September, getting ready for this trip.
Okay.
We don't wait until the month and the 2 months. We start in September. So we make sure that we have a lot of kids, and we tell them it's open to all of our seniors. Yeah. Every senior who would like to do it. And I would say we just like for the seniors to do it because they are the ones who are actually able to move forward and get the scholarship. So we encourage all students, but as far as the trip, we only take the seniors.
Okay.
And those seniors, they're always excited to tell their friends that, you should have came.
Yeah. What kind of success stories do you hear post-graduation, students who've gone on from this event to attend schools of their choice?
Well, I have to tell you now, my son was one of those success stories.
Okay.
He received when he came in, he had about 12 different offers. And he ended up going to one of those schools. He currently, he graduated in 3 years and from Fort Valley.
Okay.
And after graduating from Fort Valley for 3 years, he's now at Kennesaw State.
Okay.
But this is what spirited him to be able to move forward.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of kids. We have some of the kids, I have a young men's leadership group outside of school. We have several of my young men in that group, currently in schools right now. And at Westover High School, we have tons of our students who are currently achieving success because of this program.
Wow.
And a lot of them would not have been able to go, they felt, and it's true because college is a very expensive task. And they didn't know that they could go because they didn't think they could afford to go. But once they come to this event, it opens the eyes of not just the kids who make it, but those kids who really don't think they can make it. Yeah. And they usually come and they show up because they want to do the same thing. Yeah. This has been a great program. I'm enjoying it. I come back every year because I'm expecting great things for our kids, and it helps them to grow too. So it's been quite a successful event, and we have tons of kids that are currently doing well in school now and have already graduated because of the Infinite Scholarship Program.
Okay. Well, we enjoy having you, Mr.
Yes,
Mackey.
sir.
Thank you for being here with us today, and continue much success to you, and continue inspiring your students to go beyond and reach their heights.
Yes, sir. Thank you.